Hi class, a few of you had questions regarding how to access the directory of your project and access the .java files that you actually have to submit into Brightspace, actually zip up and submit, as well as questions about how to do this on the virtual lab, SNHU's virtual desktop. Okay, so I'm going to go through this example, demonstrate both of these ideas. Okay, so both of these concepts. So first, let's open up NetBeans. So right now we are actually in the virtual desktop. So I'm running everything on the virtual desktop right now. And so what you want to do is when you create a new project, do File, New Project. Okay, we do our basic. We always choose Java Application. The key thing to remember is always, whether you're on the virtual lab or not, you have to pay attention to where you're saving the project, this location. So this file path is in basically my virtual desktop / so this is my username / documents / NetBeans projects, right? So if I was to actually open up this directory, documents NetBeans project, right? So basically starting at my username, so everything within, desktop, downloads, etc. is under my username. So documents is under my username, and then it's under NetBeans projects folder. So that's what I'm in now. And you can see I have a few other projects here. We're going to create a new project and show you how you'll access it. Okay, so I'm going to close this. I'm just going to create a project called test. Okay, so you'll notice that now it's creating the project location is in the NetBeans projects, and it's creating a new project folder called test within that NetBeans projects directory. Okay, I'm going to click finish. Okay, so we have this project. So let's say I completed my stepping stone lab, and let's just, for demonstration purposes, call this, it's the stepping stone lab is test.java. Okay, so we want to submit test.java as well as our remember, you always should submit the written code reflection as well. So let's assume that we want to submit this. Okay, so how do we actually access this file and submit it? So what we want to do is, so once we've completed it, the code, tested it, make sure it works within the NetBeans environment, we then go to our folder Explorer. And remember, we saved it in the NetBeans project folder under Documents. Right, so you can go to Documents, NetBeans project, and there it is, test. Okay, so another way actually to access it is you can, if you go back to NetBeans, you can right click on the project name and go to Properties. So if you already have created your project and you need to figure out where you actually saved it, you can right click on Properties, and it opens this up, and you can see the project folder up here. So again, look, it's in Documents, NetBeans projects, test. So if we can click here, and again, so Documents, NetBeans projects, test. Okay, so then these are all of your project folders and files. There's extra things in here. There's things in here that you might not know exactly what they're doing, but they're important for your project to compile and run. But what you want to look for is this SRC folder. So SRC, you go in and you'll see another folder, usually the same name as your, this is going to be your package. So typically it's the same name as your project, but this is the package name. You double click on that, and then you should see all the .java files in that package, and here it is, test.java, the same one seen here. Okay, so then what we want to do is, so assume we maybe had our written code reflection. So I usually you can copy this into maybe Documents, and maybe you have another folder, create a new folder, we'll call it Lab Submission, and we'll paste it here, right? So we just copy that test.java file and paste it in another directory, and maybe this directory is also where we will have our written code reflection. So I'm going to create a text document and call it written, I'll just call it code reflection. Okay, so assume I I completed my code reflection, okay, and I have my test.java file, then I can right click and send to compressed zip file. Okay, so now I have my zip file right here, and this is what I'm going to actually, it contains both of these files, and this is what I will actually submit onto Brightspace. Okay, so I'll go into Brightspace, into the assignment, and upload it there. Okay, this zip file. So I hope that makes sense. So this is how you can access the .java files that you're using in your project. This is, so you should know how to determine where the path is, which folder it's in now, and you should know how to do that also using the virtual desktop. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense. If anyone has any questions, please reach out. Okay, thanks.